Today we're going to go over how to onboard residents to your brand new homeowners association website. In order to do this, you'll have to navigate to the website, then go to the welcome drop-down menu and select login. From here, you're going to utilize the credentials that have been given to you. For this example, we're going to use admin. Once your internal homepage loads, you're going to go to the welcome drop-down menu and select communication. Once this page loads, we're going to go to the Manage Senders subtab. We want to make sure that when we send out a mass invite to all your residents, that there is a recognizable sender's name to that list. To create a new sender, you'll click on Add New Email Sender. Please give the sender name something unique that you'll be able to identify. For this one, we're going to say membership. And then the email address you're going to be using is not going to map to an actual inbox. This is just the email address that residents will see so they will know where the email is coming from. For this example, we're going to choose membership@demohoa.org. Now, if you want the residents to have the ability to reply to this email address to an actual email box, you would put in an email address into this field. But for this example, we're not going to do that. The final thing you can do is you could choose what category to file this email address under. Since this is going to deal with adding members to your website, we're going to choose member related. And then you're going to click on Save. And then on Return. You'll now see that the sender's email address is now located in this list. Now that you've done that, we're going to go to the welcome drop-down menu and select membership. Once this page loads, you're going to click on the Invite Members subtab. The first thing that you want to notice is that you have two different numbers located immediately at the top of the page. One is for member records, and the other one is total members. To dispel some confusion, what these two mean is the following. Member records is the number of primary users that you have associated with your website. Total members is that number plus any spouses or relatives that might also live in that location. Now to the actual invitation email portion. The first thing you'll need to do is you'll need to select the sender from the drop-down list. We created membership for just this reason, so we'll click on membership. You'll then need to change up the subject line to something more specific to your website so that it doesn't get filtered as spam for your residents. So for this example, we're going to say demo resident invitation to website. The next line, send only to primary users, defaults to no. The reason why it defaults to no is that we want all of the users that are part of the community to have the option of receiving the invitation. If you feel that you only want the primary members of every single household to receive the email, then you would have to click yes. But for this example, we're going to click no. You'll then see that there is a box where you can insert a letter welcoming the user to the community. You can change it however you wish to convey all the information that you want the residents to know about. Once you have completed changing the email to your specifications, we recommend clicking on Send Test Email. This will send an email to your actual email inbox so that you may view what the email looks like before you send it out to the residents. Once you've verified that the email meets your specifications, you'll then click on Send Invitation. This will now send to all of the users that have been selected, either all users in the community or only the primary users. At this point, the emails have been sent out. The users will have to now click on a link found inside the email, which will then allow them to set up their user accounts. If after a certain amount of time there are residents who still have not received the email or are requesting access to the website, what they will need to do is the following. They will need to go to the community website, go to the Welcome drop-down menu, and click on Register. They will then input an email address and hit Submit. For the example, we're just going to put demo@hoa.org. They will then need to fill out all the information, their first name, their last name, their complete address, their phone number, and then if you require a reason for this request. And then they'll click on the Submit button. Once that is done, you, as the admin for your website, will have to log into your website, and once the internal homepage loads, go to the Welcome drop-down menu and select Membership. You'll then have to click on the sub-tab labeled Pending Member Access. You will find those users who've gone through the steps of requesting access in the following list. To add these users to your resident directory, you're going to click on Process. Now, if this is a new user that was not here upon the initial push for membership, you're going to have to click on the Not Found Create New Record button. If this user was part of your resident directory but did not receive the email, what you would do is you would find that person, highlight it, and click on Link Record to that user. For this example, we're going to link record to the user. You will then click on the Approve and Send button. But for this example, we're not going to send it. Now, for an example of a user that's not there, not found, create new record, it'll bring you to a new window. The part that you're most interested in is personal web info. At this point, you have two options. You either can create a user account for the user, or you can send an account invite email, which will allow the user to choose their own username and password. We recommend utilizing the Send Create Account Invite email. Once you've done that step, the user will be able to receive the email and finish creation of their user so that they can then access the website. You have now learned how to onboard residents to your brand new ComWeb website.